注意した方がいい。海賊に私たちの理屈は通じない。
魔物と同じだ。向かってくるなら蹴散らせばいい。
受けてるよ。断ち切る。
Good day and good evening, and welcome back to Stranger of Paradise with me, Kaiser Chaiji, but you can just call me Kai. So tonight, first of all, I'm up here again. Second of all, tonight we're aiming to do, specifically last time we left off with being asked to choose a path. It doesn't really matter which one you pick. Basically, there's a little bit of a stalling of gear for the next 4 stages. Because it'll be done in pairs, and you basically choose which ones you want to do first. The only advantage you have in choosing a specific one first is that for the second pair, you will already have slightly better equipment, right? Like, you will already have good gear, and that gear will stay relevant for all 4 stages. So if you know which you want, if you're going in blind, but if you know which one you will find harder, choose that one second, so that you can collect gear for the first pair, and then you can go on to doing the second pair with better gear. We chose the fire crystal first, which is why we're going to a forest. It'll make sense. So I actually asked before the stream started if anyone knew what weapons we hadn't seen a lot of. I haven't really changed the Wheel of Jobs much, so we'll see. If we get a weapon we've gotten a lot, maybe we'll just like respin it. Other than that, it's the same as usual. The primary weapon we'll be using is determined by what we get in the roulette. And then I'll choose a secondary weapon, maybe the same weapon, but I'll choose a secondary job to like try and support it. That said, hey Nox, hey Rust, hey Talima, hey Cat, hey Lana, hey Ceres, hey Ogni, hey Demonica, hey Tina Lee, hey Fila, hey Ilya, hey Tabi, hey Mizunashi, hope you're all doing very well. And we got Greatsword, which I think is one of those where we haven't seen it very much, so that's actually pretty fine with me. Now, what job should we pair that up with? That's Greatsword, yeah, exactly. Actually, we haven't used Berserker much, I don't think, so let's do that. And then for the secondary, maybe we can just do 2 Greatswords. You'd go Paladin. But why can Paladin use staves? That's weird. Right then. I don't think there's anything else. Gamer time. Actually, I think there is something that I forgot. No?
I think I know this place.
Careful, or you'll upset Jack.
There's a reason we can't remember our past.
Like what?
So we can focus on our mission. What else?
All right, I can get behind that theory.
I actually did remember to remove her immediately. I didn't mean to do that. Moves for Greatsword, that might be something. Actually, I just remembered we did use Greatsword in the Tiamat stage. I don't remember if we specifically had spun and hit it, but I do feel like I remember we used it. Mm-hmm. Hey, Beth, welcome. Hope you're doing well. I only recall Cheese from the Tiamat fight. Yeah. That one was Void Knight. I don't know how much, like, I guess the Greatsword was attached to the Void Knight. Let me just try something here. Nope, that's not really doing it. I was thinking Galaxy Brain. Holy damage is magic, right? But kind of requires that the enemies let you hit. And the only other way for me to get magic damage in this specific setup is if I can do a triple combo into Inferno, which I also wasn't allowed to do. Yeah, that is true. We had some problem. Was that axe or was that greatsword? But I do recall that I set up a lot of buffs and then I had trouble actually building MP. Because the enemies died from damage. Cat says, I found an early game that my enjoyment of weapons was directly tied to having an early launching attack. Yeah, I could imagine that. Because that would actually allow you to do your combos. Hey, Brilliant. Hope you're doing well. Wait, what? Oh, there you are. I was like, there was a wind elemental here a second ago. What happened to that? Oh, a horse. Fantastic.
This water is so clear. Let's try some.
Didn't think
Now,
we'd
if
find
only it
drinkable
also
water
gave
here.
me MP, that would have been nice. Instead, we do this. That was a nice combo. And I was pretty lucky. Little tip for this is usually how I actually think one of the goblins just left. They just jumped down. But when they don't do that, when they actually don't do that and actually stick around up there and just shoot down at you, then they just, like, this is not a fun place to fight. Oh, with the Berserk, we're doing so much damage that our regular attacks are staggering the horse. That's pretty busted. I think I also saw that happen to the Flan. That might be really handy. Just doing enough damage that... Wait, why are you up here again? What? Did he, like, just, like, teleport back up? Or did he actually walk all the way up there again? when I got too far away?
Must be good soil.
Still in our way. Let's cut through.
Staggering space and damage threshold? I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's like a mix. That like if you hit hard enough, it works.
Bet you can't break that one.
Something like that. Your lock stat is bad. Oh, I've heard this one is good. Unfortunately, we're not using an axe. Oh yeah, we left this one with a bunch with a few levels, and I just didn't spend anything because I didn't know what I wanted. You don't hit hard enough if you don't stagger? Not necessarily. I think it's more like if you hit over a certain threshold, you will stagger enemies. And you shouldn't necessarily expect that. It's more like when you're over in an overwhelming advantage, you can do it. I don't understand why it keeps resetting the ordering. That would be nice if it didn't do that. Oh well. Hey Indie Pix, hope you're doing well. New 14 content looks sick. It looks a little different, doesn't it? They really decided to switch things up.
I can barely see a thing in this fog. We had better proceed with caution.
Well, I can see a wolf. Quite effective. Berserker really has that ability. The enemy is like, I'm gonna use this move you can't parry, and then you just kill them or stagger them so they don't get to do it. Oh, you're also down. Fantastic. As it turns out, a massive damage boost is one of the best abilities you could possibly have in this game. Isn't that weird? Would you like an additional attack, or would you like to just kill stuff? Okay, that was maybe a little excessive. Very excessive, actually. the blue bombs, I believe, have this effect where they don't. Like, they can grow. Never mind, never mind, never mind, never mind. The game just told me, nope, you're wrong. Apparently, I still had fire damage from the Inferno I used before, which then made it self-destruct. As I was explaining that I don't think they self-destruct. Right then. Noted. That dispels buffs, I believe. Wait a minute. What? Oh! Guys, I figured it out. My weapon does fire damage. Would be interesting a Berserker job in 14. That could work. And yet, I think the problem is Warrior exists. And they already gave Warrior the whole Berserker shtick. So it would feel like we already have that one.
Which what?
Reward for restoring the crystals. Will it be treasure or the princess?
I don't remember.
Non-tank
being offered a
Warrior.
reward.
That would probably be it, yeah.
You just forgot.
Poor Sarah. Being offered up like a prize. If I were her, I'd be pissed.
Me too. But ridding the world of royalty's old-fashioned ways is no easy feat.
Well, maybe the Warriors of Light can do something about that.
Out with
Wow.
the old, huh?
I can't choose.
On what?
Hey, Michaela. Hope you're doing well. Phantoms. A phantom remains almost exactly in the spot in which its corporeal previous existence once perished in worlds past. Creatures of lingering regret, the anguish they feel at the failure in which their previous lives ended keeps them bound in place, transcending time and space to wail their impotent sobs into the uncaring void. Still they remain, seeking succor from themselves, hoping beyond hope to aid their souls reborn so that they don't repeat the same mistakes time and time again. I only hope that the knowledge these phantoms hold may aid my friends with their formidable task. Is this the 8.0 leaks?
At least you'd be rich.
Yes!
Alright, that's enough childish daydreams out of you two.
Yeah, grow up.
It's fine. We'll just keep going. We'll just berserk through the pain. And then the berserker berserked through the damage. And he berserked all over the competition. And he cast fire. The Inferno seems so extreme. Most things just die during it. IndiePix how's the game? Is it good or is it as bad as most painted it? See, the thing is, in my opinion, the game is a lot better than people made it out to be. The problem is that it released with a lot of like performance issues. And admittedly, the post-game is not super great. But the story is fine. The story playthrough is fine. And it's also gotten better. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ow.
No.
Wow. Whoa. That went sideways fast. Demonstration of how the game isn't as easy as it looks. Doesn't Berserk increase incoming damage too? I think I'm actually not sure. Doesn't it decrease it? But it doesn't really matter. What killed me was that I was stunned. Like, I actually got paralyzed, and then I died to an attack you're supposed, you know, block or dodge. But I couldn't. The big brain is that we'll just, like, not take the side paths this time. That way we'll go through faster. Save Frauko, hope you're doing well. And Mandalorian, hope you're doing well as well. Act like, see the trick there is don't look at the grenade, then it'll act like it doesn't exist. You think of doing a playthrough of all Final Fantasies? I don't know. I don't think I will. It's just Stranger of Paradise is like a game that I particularly enjoy. So I wanted to play that. Wait, did I miss this? I think I did. Oops. Yep. Oops. That could have been a much shorter run back if I had not been stupid. Right, we were going left. Now back to you. Where were we? No, you don't. How about you just don't get to do it? Careful of its breath. Dead. The walk back is usually only really long if you forgot something, I think. Careful of its breath, just punch it in the mouth. Pro strats. It just doesn't, don't let it breathe. That's what you do. Can you? Thank you. And this is another case of if you don't actually break the run, like this bit, you have a really long run back. So you don't want to do that. Mobile Beast Tribe, where you show them how to brush their teeth to unlock them. We just always want to be friends, but people never want to talk with us, and we don't understand why. Oh, pro tip. Hey man. Ow. This area, I believe there's a little bit of some secrets. Let me see if I remember how to find them. I'm spending so much MP and getting so little MP that I have to kinda grind it out a bit on some of these enemies. Let's see. Is it here? I don't think it's here either. Is it the next one? Did I miss it? Enjoy your roulettes, Madrori, and he's off. Hope you're doing well. Ow. Get around to playing 16? I did not. I don't even own the game. It jumps away. How about if I just keep extending my slashes until I can reach you? Zav is doing a speed run, yeah. So, it might be pretty obvious once you see it. There's a hole here. That way is the way forward. There's a hole here. There's a wall here. If you angle your camera, you can see there's something back there, but it's a wall and you can't get through. But there's something there you need to break. There's also an enemy up there. How do you get up there? You fall in the hole. Very easy to miss. Am I in? Okay, I'm in combat with that. There's also something more up here if I remember correctly. Yep. Oh, it's a flan. I feel like there's something more. I'm pretty sure there's something more that is like sending off all the alarm bells for me. I'm pretty sure that I'm supposed to be scared of something here, but maybe it's a little further up. And we were here before. Oh, let's continue up. There it is! Hey, buddy! Yep, that's usually the alarm bells, Rust, if I know there's supposed to be a Tonberry. No, you were fast enough, Rust. You said it just as I was, like, coming up. Alright, let's see here. This. Did he just one-shot me? See, I was running up, expecting him to do exactly not that. So I didn't really have an answer when he did that. Let's see. We did unlock a fast lane somewhere. Do I remember where it was? Excuse me. No, I don't care. Bye. Just keep running. Hi, guys. Ow. Ah. I think I missed it. Somewhere. Excuse me. Is it here? It's here. Well, I was thinking of the rope that we missed earlier. I do not know where that was supposed to lead, but anyway. Excuse me. What happens if you're down the way to your corpse? Then, like, the thing you recover when you get back to your corpse is your, like, MP limit, specifically. That's all you lose. There's a mild inconvenience. A little bit like Hollow Knight. The difference is if you look in the bottom left, you can see like I have MP under my HP, and there's like 2 and like a part of a bar. It goes up to 6, and you build the limit, and you lose the limit when you die. Whoa, I just killed it. That was... I actually wanted to burst that one. Oh. Let's see. This is not the room. Excuse me. Oh. Well, that makes things a tad bit easier. You're gone. I should have just kept going and then circled back. Then we would have had a closer checkpoint. That's a shame. I have so many levels just hanging out. You played 15? I have not. As the key thing is that I have actually not played that many Final Fantasy games when it really comes to it. So me getting into Stranger of Paradise is like me going, that looks like a fun game. It wasn't like some sort of like, oh man, it's a Final Fantasy game, I have to play it because it's a Final Fantasy game. It's actually based on the fact that the game looked good to me on its own merits. Yeah, I probably did, Mandalorian. I almost certainly did. Anyway, now we can run it back for that secret. Hey guys. There it is. Whee! Hey Ham, hope you're doing well. Fantastic! We set off the bomb. Now. What will you do? Ah, of course you'll do that again. And again, okay, I'll wait for you to be done with that. Hey man! Whoa, the lag!
Sorry.
Do we have another idea? As it turns out, I am not very good at fighting Tonberries, especially not with other things in the area. See, that's what I had hoped it would do all this time. Just use Death Wish and come to me, and every time it does exactly not that. Like, impressively, it managed to choose correctly every time. And all I wanted was for it to come to me. Oh boy. This isn't even the first time we've done this song and dance where I'm like getting stuck on a Tonberry. We did it in the beach map as well. Yeah, pretty much, Cat. That is also usually why.
Sarah, I'm sorry.
That's also usually the reason why most Tonberries, you just see me just go, I'm just gonna arrow lock it and then just get on with my business, because it's too hard to kill them reliably. So I just don't. But it does seem a little cheap, right? So for the content, quote unquote, I'll of course try without cheesing it. And then you can all laugh when I inevitably goof it up again and die again. That's okay. Oh, neat. What does what is Dragon Tail? Why are they all so expensive? Have you all heard of 1 mana bar, MP bar worth of cost? You ever heard of that? You should try it sometime. Would be nice. No? I'll take one of them. But I'd rather not. And this is going to be awkward, because I don't have full MP bars. But let's see what we can do. Try my best friend on Tonberry's Ruthless Blow. Yeah, I did pick up Ruthless Blow, but I don't have an... we're using Greatsword here.
Tell me about it. This is never gonna wash off.
Get ready.
Fortunately, Neon, we find new clothes to wear all the time. I think a little more than a toothbrush will be required here.
This one must be the tyrant of the forest. It's disgusting. I want it out of my sight.
Oh, that's not fun. Can you not do that?
As if it wasn't revolting enough. Watching it regrow makes my stomach churn.
Now that that's out of the way.
Still alive? When will this be over?
Stop pointing and focus, else you'll get raped.
I would rather die.
To be honest, I think it's kind of cute.
We'll have to agree to disagree on that count.
Ah! Oh, fantastic! I have every debuff in the game. You love to see it. Oh no, that's not good. That's a bit much.
Sorry.
We try again. By the way, if you die to a boss, there are tips here. Okay, hope you're doing well. Usually, a lot of the time, I feel like the tips are like, yeah, I know.
Only one left to go. Now that that's out of the way.
As if it wasn't revolting enough. Watching it regrow makes my stomach churn.
The tip, don't die. No, it does actually explain how to deal with some of the things. But it's more like a lot of the time, the tip is like approximately as helpful as, yeah, don't get hit, idiot.
I would rather die.
Ah.
To be honest, I think it's kind of cute.
We'll have to agree to disagree on that count.
Again? After all this time and me complaining about the 2 mana bars, Inferno costing 2 mana bars saves the day by doing so much damage. I am playing as Neon.
Jack, your crystal!
Your memories will be stored in this device. Be sure to bring it back.
Hurry, Jack!
You okay, Jack? You were checked out for a bit.
The smell got to my head. So that mist comes from the darkness.
That's right. Its power is frightening. It drives man and beast alike to madness.
Yes, that is correct, Michaela. That is also why the I put what I put in the thumbnail. Yeah, backstory. Jack doesn't care about that. What are those? Yeah, by the way, you saw the whole secret thing? Remember that? With the Tonberry and all that? This optional stage, I'm like 99% certain, is unlocked by finding that thing in the secret. So that is like a stage you might just not unlock without finding it. That doesn't that's not crucially important, because like for the most part you might not need it. But in the post game, stages unlock like limit, so you can level past 30, and if that stage happens to include any job that you want to use, then you might not actually be able to get the the maximum level on that job without getting that stage. So being able to find all the secret stages and such can actually matter. Do we do all the side missions or just stick to MSQ? We've been doing all the side missions. So we will do this one next. Time for Tyrant Knuckles. We're doing this one next. Now the question is, what weapon are we using? Nox got denied. No worries, Michaela. I actually learned a while back to not put any important information in the thumbnail. I could have, like, I could have figured, right? I could have figured that one myself, but because people would never notice if there was some important information on it. So just stop doing that. We can, however, play Tyrant. That is something we can do. Let me just check. Let's actually, wait. Order. Let's see. Here, let's grab Liberator as the other one. They can also use space, you see. Michaela says, I'm way more likely to look at it if I'm not interested in the video. It's complicated because, well, you know, the thumbnail is meant to, like, grab your attention so that you read the title. Hey Milo, hope you're doing well. And thank you for celebrating 23 months as part of the Cult of the Pink. Thank you so much. Did I hear chaos? Yes. You did. It's been a while since we've used Spear, it seems. I think we used it in, like, stage 4? 3, 4, 2, maybe? I don't know. Ascension might be cool. Let's do that. Do we have anything here? Game? I have a request. Anyone you got any more of them 2 MP bar abilities? Here's our response. Nolamau. Hey Toby Katsith, hope you're doing well. And yeah, I am having a pretty good day myself, thank you. That's actually the even worse part, Mikita. I think we have stumbled upon like a special ability on a weapon. And I was like, oh, we should use that. And I'm like, wait, it costs 3 bars. I'm like, nope, we're never mind. Actually, we're not using that. As it turns out, we're not using that. That's a no from me, dog. And it feels like most fights, a 2 MP bar attack is just like, it's excessive. Like, to make them worthwhile, they have to hit like an actual freight train, so they usually do, and then you one-shot the thing and you're like, You could have used a single MP bar thing to kill them as well, but you didn't. Can we unlock some more advanced jobs, or did we unlock all of them? I think we did. Yep. Unlock some expert jobs then. I'm gonna be a little more focused on just getting this done quickly rather than sit here and mull over maximizing the shot usage. Hey, assassin unlocked. That's correct, Michaela. Inferno was a 2 MP bar thing. It's a like you have to do 3 regular attacks, then you can use Inferno. And incidentally, I had Berserk up, so I did way more damage. The Marlboro boss was weak to fire, and Inferno does fire damage and hits a lot of time. So we just saw its break bar just go from like 70% to 0, like that. Like it did so much damage that even I was surprised. Assassin is pretty cool, but it is one of those where it feels like you can make it work without NPC companions, but it's one of those where it feels like it's meant to work with NPC companions. We almost had the anime shots to unlock everything. After this stage, I think we'll be able to unlock Breaker, and then we've unlocked all the main story available jobs. Is this one of those where you have to kill 3 Tonberries? By the way, Final Fantasy 13 stage. No, it's not Tonberries. You have to kill 5 Flans. Random note. Remember there was a secret stage unlock here? I believe. We just start in the secret area this time, almost like a hint. What? Oh, hi. Fantastic. Exactly, cat. I assume you heard that too, the sound kind of glitching out. Oh, hi guys. Suffering from success. If I use the correct element, I do too much damage, and then I don't get to properly finish the enemy, so I don't get more max MP. But if I don't, then I don't do very much damage. Strawberry flavored now. We turned them all into strawberry crystals. Hi. Oh, hi guys! Whoops! You're here too? Fantastic! So I mentioned this on previous streams as well. This game has an interestingly forgiving system where if enemies are not on your screen, then they're way less likely to hit you. Like they will often just stand off screen and wait for you to look at them. If they like wind up an attack while you're not looking at them, or well, like if they wind up an attack when you look at them and then you look away, then like they'll finish that attack, but they'll usually wait until you look at them again before they use a new attack. Very convenient. If you can, like, if you're very smart with your camera usage, you just like turn the camera so you can't see them. I used that on the single Marlboro with a grenade next to it. Is that I just killed the Marlboro without looking at the grenade, and then the grenade just let me do it. I think most games have that off-screen thing. I think a lot do. It kind of makes sense. Because it's very, like, it makes it feel more fair in a strange way. Let's do water. I see a fire elemental there, and most of these enemies probably... It doesn't matter. Uh-oh, I'm gonna die. I'm dead.
No.
Let's try being not stupid this time. BioShock has a feature where enemies will never strike, it will never land their first hit at you. So they can't, like, snipe you from off screen. They have to, like, warn you of their presence first. Code Vein sure doesn't have it. Yeah, exactly. That's a good example of a game that doesn't have it. But it makes the game feel fair, in a way. And the thing is, when you're playing through the game for the first time, you don't notice. You're just, like, it has the same effect as how, like, some games will, like, cheat you with the HP bar. Like Doom. It does this thing where most of your HP is actually in the last bit of your HP bar. So it feels like you're surviving by the skin of your teeth, but actually you were fine. And on your first playthrough, unless you look these things up, you're just not gonna know, and you're just gonna feel like a master. Right? It'll just feel good. And the same thing happens here, that you don't realize that the enemies are actually like cheating for you. But once you know, it's rather difficult to ignore. Yeah, I know, okay. It's like a fantasy trope at this point. Which makes it even funnier, as I've mentioned on the Savage streams, that a fantasy trope, you know, like, if you're thinking, like, what do we give a wolf enemy? Well, there's this, like, lone wolf thing. But then also, most things you think of when you think wolves are like, they hunt in packs. That's why it is special that they're, like, the lone wolf, right? Which means that it is not an unusual thing to see an enemy that does something that is related to being a lone wolf, but it also does pack tactics. And, like, I feel like there's something went wrong. Something goofed in this path. Let's try holy, whatever. Uh-oh. You see, that was a good example of enemies winds up attack off screen and then fires anyway. I just happened to see it. Whee! Take this! So something really funny here is that you may have noticed earlier that there was like a split in the road. You can actually go, like, in these like optional stages, you can sometimes get a little bit lost. Hey Nereo and Aerodel, hope you're doing well. Guys, not a Dragoon main, I suppose. Well, something like that. Let's do water, since that guy's right. Actually, they're really good at this. Fire elemental and then weak to fire enemy. Holy worked well before. Let's just do that again. Backflip off the arena to prove it. I don't actually have a backflip. And that's correct, Nox. The really weird way that debuffs in this game works is that all elements, every single one, no exception, build a debuff on the enemy. And when it peaks, it makes them weak to it. There are of course exceptions, like you literally cannot damage a fire elemental with fire, so you can't build the debuff to begin with. But in all other cases, you can just hit an enemy enough times with an element and then eventually it'll work.
I've got this.
Uh-oh. And if they're already weak to it, I believe the debuff still makes them even more weak to it. So, like, it still works. Like, you have reason to use the correct element. It just so happens that it gets even better. Also very convenient that I didn't even think about that when I chose Tyrant, but very convenient solution against needing to kill Flans. Is that they are super resistant to physical damage. But it kind of works if you just make your attacks do magic damage. Whee! let me just run around. A little thing in the way. Enjoy, Kay! It's so weird that it says weak. I mistook it for my attack speed. Yeah, I could understand that. Yep, yeah. 100%. I get it. That makes sense. I agree. It's extra weird because if they're not weak to it, it says resist instead. Wait. Oh no. Oh no. Where's the flan we missed? Does God have a flan for me? Yeah, the task in this stage is kill 5 Flans. We're circling. We were just here. I actually mentioned that there was this split in the road earlier. So we missed a Flan somewhere. That's not part of the plan. Right, you also respawned. Nope, you don't get to do that. We're getting hungry. Yeah, I don't know where the flan is. I don't know what the plan is about this flan. Where is it? Where is the flan? Oh. Guys, I found the flan. What's this? Sorry, one moment. Apparently it wasn't strong enough magic. Take this then. Is Flan chaos though? Yes. Hey fellas, hope you're doing well. It's not part of the plan, but is it part of the flan? It is absolutely part of the flan. I was expecting a lot more after you said take this then. Me too, Michaela. I expected a little more as well. Apparently, all of the flans that I've killed quickly has been because I've just yoinked a spell from someone and just used that. And I didn't even realize. Next is Mount Gog, everyone. So it is you. Katana time? Was it axe time? Katana time. Do the death pull. Oh, wait a minute. I have an idea. Now we can use Breaker. The true master of Blade. Blade. Of course we have to play the job that whose signature move is bigger katana. For his down special, he has bigger katana. That Odin's attack? Yes. Yes. It is. And we can do Dark Knight as the other one. Because Dark Knight can also use katanas for some reason. Each time I'm like, let me try to actually stack some affinity to do something funny. I realize that I can't. I straight up don't have the equipment. But actually, we're really close to something funny. I think. Wouldn't do much. Let me just check something real quick. Can I has this? I would like this very much. Thank you. Fantastic. Now we can play katana. Now, the reason why I do this is simply because oh, that's funny. Let's do that. We have a special move on our katana. Let's use that. The reason why I do this is because actually, let's just leave Jinpo on that. It's because Garo allows you to... YouTube thinks you're streaming 14. Let me just check something. Maybe I did it wrong. That's my bad, Velas. I fixed it now. Although it might be a bit before it realizes. Hey, Lord Metachlorian. Hope you're doing well. This isn't 14? You see, the extra funny bit is that this suggests that I forgot on the other Stranger of Paradise streams as well. Oh well. What Garo does is... I'll just show it when we get into the stage real quick. The whole thing with Katana is like... It has this like kind of doofy 1, 2, 3 combo. You can also like this, or like that, like a back step or a forward step. But if you hold the button, you go into this mode, and then you can like do this. And what you can also do is you can just spam combo finishers like that. So you really want to get into this mode. The problem is that doing that usually is just enough time that the enemy will be like, oh, thanks, and then just smacks you in the face. Let me actually fix that while I remember Mizunashi. Thank you. Fixed now. But yeah, so what Garo does is it's a combo finish of its own. Is Jack customizable? Or I mean, I specifically chose to just look like someone else. And go in here, and you can just glam yourself to look like someone else. But yeah, he's still customizable. Anyway, the thing that makes Garo so good is that you can just do this. Now we're in the mode, and it comes with a combo. You can do that from the beginning of the game? Yes, but you don't start with this specific character. You get it in, like, stage 1, but you can do that. You don't actually have to play as Jack, ever. Aside from the very specific, like, the first, like, 5 minutes of the game. There you have to. There are also certain spots where you have to play as Jack for story reasons. Oh, this is going to be awkward. The story enjoyable? I like it. A particular selling point, I would say, of the story is that for the first long bit, Jack keeps, like, basically stopping monologues and, like, he's basically doing the cutscene skip for you. Which is good, because in those early bits of the story, you probably don't care. And if you've seen any of, like, the ads for the game, like, they all focus on the "we're here to kill chaos" thing. Because that's the early part of the story, and the problem is they can't really show you anything else because there's a twist.
Door. Guess we go through there.
Not until we find a way past this lava.
Looks like the lava's hardened.
Great. We can expand our search.
So I'd say the story is good. It's a little strange.
That's weird. I'd expect it to be hot, but it's actually pretty nice.
That's because the fire crystal's covered in darkness. There must be a fiend here.
I'll bet. You look happy.
That's really funny. Story reason why we are not melting near lava is because the fire crystal is weak, so fire is weak. Ow. I just realized I did some bad customization. So the thing that I did weird is, because I had both of the jobs equipped simultaneously, they didn't automatically make sure that the katana skills are identical between the weapons, or between the jobs, because maybe you want your two weapons to have, like, your two jobs to have different combos. So of course they're not going to strong arm you on that. The problem is that that means that... let me just see if I can just step away here and fix it. But for me, that's just really confusing, because a lot of the time I'll just switch to the other job for the express purpose of there's a whole fresh brake gauge to switch to. No other reason. So I will assume that the toolkit is the same when I have the same weapon. Must be thinking of killing Chaos. He always thinks of killing Chaos. Oh yeah, really random post-game pro tip for anyone reaching there. There is this thing you can turn on called, I think it's called Chaos Mode. Not super important, but it basically means that you have infinite MP. This, and also that you have infinite Lightbringer. Okay? This attack is really strong. Like, for what it's worth. It's really fast and it does a lot of damage, but it has the huge downside that it ends Lightbringer, which means that you can only use it once. But in that Chaos mode, you can just spam this. Also, technically, there's a skip here. You take damage from stepping in the lava, but you can just run over it and break that quickly, and then just run through, and you can just skip this whole section, because this whole section of this stage is about getting rid of that lava specifically. So you can just skip it. Mr. Jack memes. We're here to kill Chaos. Boink. Boink. Okay, bye. Oh no! Ow! Ow! Guys, the lava is hot. The lava is very hot. Hey, buddy. I'd expected you to explode. Something exploded. So a little detail about the Zantetsuken is that if you actually break something with it, it just automatically soul bursts. The problem is that you need to get like multiple kills, I think, for it to actually like pay itself back. So you might not, and also it has a long charge up, so you'd need some abilities to support that. And I didn't bring any. Materials required for dimensional transfer device Materials required for dimensional transfer device activation and memory data control have been supplied to project leaders. These materials have been designated dark crystals based on appearance and origin. Wow, very, very fancy. Nice. Memory and emotion require tremendous amounts of data to transport successfully during teleportation, complicating transference greatly. To avoid undue risk, functions to safely store vast amounts of data and to absorb stray data fragments have been installed. As a side effect, dark crystals imbue their wielders with incredible boosts to physical and magical prowess. The effects observed in our stranger team leader were particularly strong, and so a special dark crystal was entrusted to him. This allowed us to induce an uncategorizable power in him that can only be described as some sort of spiritual radiance. Further investigation required. That's why Jack is stronger than the rest of the squad. You'll have to you'll tell me that ice is cold? Well, I actually have some bad news for you. I have some news for you. Maybe they're actually not bad. That depends on how you feel. See, we're still, like, that is to get to that place that I said you could just skip earlier. Like, all of this is still in service of getting to that door. I had hoped that I would hit this guy with that, and then I just didn't. I have like a spider sense a different kind of spidey sense tingling. I was expecting a Tonberry because there's an optional stage where there's a Tonberry there. So I'm like, there's something dangerous here, but there isn't. Depends on the ice crystal. True. Also depends on how good the main ice crystal is doing. Ow, ow. Well, I have some bad news for you, elementals. You can't unfix your lava thingy. Nice. Anyway.
So what happens when we revive the fire crystal?
And
I mean, we've been using fire without it.
they wouldn't use the same trick twice, would they? Yes, they would.
Really? The water will boil faster?
Indeed. Not just that. Hotter fire gives off more energy. It's the cornerstone of progress.
Something funny about the setup move being so strong that anything you use it on just dies. Faster! Hi, frames. A little side secret.
This heat. It actually feels all right.
Yeah, we went over that.
It does.
We
Seriously? I'm melting over here.
really? Uh-oh. When does innocence show up? Well, bad news. He couldn't make it.
Be careful. Something's on the other side of the lava, too.
Is there? Huh? Where? Huh? Fire destroys poison? Yep, fire destroys gas.
Let's go around.
Oh. Well, that's an interesting choice of defender. Oh, he's about to kill me. Time for my signature move. Go Cactua, I guess. Just dies too. Well. Breaker is one of those jobs where when it works, it really works. The problem is, in my experience at least, it doesn't work that often. Although we've gotten it to work pretty frequently so far. Hey Zelly, hope you're doing well. I should have grabbed that. Oh, I've been mainly using Breaker anyway. How does leveling jobs work? When you kill something, you get XP. Based on the affinities you have, you get XP for those specific jobs. And the affinities are on your gear. That's pretty much it.
We were just down there not long ago.
Yeah, that means we're making progress.
Can you? Like trying to get both of them and then one of them is just broken, standing, refusing to budge. Right, we'll get back to that. So you can level a job without using it? Yes. The anima shards that you get from various things can also be used to gain XP for a specific job. So you can just like power level it really fast without using it at all. Look! Secret! Oh, hi. And the secret is a Tonberry. Oh no. Hey, fight me. There's another one. No! That's really bad. Hey Shaq, hope you're doing well. I'm impressed that that worked. How goes the search for chaos? Well, we just survived the jankiest encounter with a Tonberry. And I'm just saying, that was a terrible performance where we didn't die. Meanwhile, when I was actually trying really hard earlier, we died to the same Tonberry, like, twice? So I guess what you learn from this is just don't try. Hey, can you use a fire spell? That would be cool. That would be really rad if you could do that. Can you? Hey! Yeah, on the gas, genius. You lost your chance, buddy. It's over. Yeah, I asked for it early and then you didn't want to. No, it's over now. You don't get to suddenly change your mind. Gas does like 0 damage. If they explode on the gas, it usually kills the Lobos at least. Could you have cast like I mean, yeah, sure, that works too. Can you like slide a little more? Like, can you do the electric slide a little bit, buddy? But one more. The Weep Stand special on it. That could probably work. The reason why I wanted it away is because sometimes it drops loot and I don't want to step in the goop to do that. I just want the loot. Are we still alive? We are, but we don't have any potions and we don't have any HP. That's, yeah.
Sorry.
Right, where was I? How far away are we? It's over here. Hey, man. Wow. I ran into a very, very funny problem that I never knew. Weep Stance attacks do not generate any MP. So I was like trying to like just keep it going so that I could then like finish it off, and then it just wouldn't happen. Really? Ah! Finally, we got them. So an alternative path here is you don't have to kill that grenade, like that was it neutron bomb? You can just kill the thingy, the wall thingy, and then like the neutron bomb mini boss dies. So if you can do that, you can just skip that whole bit. I don't believe I've ever successfully done that without a gun.
We must be near the top.
That means the Fiend's close too.
The battle is close. Make sure you're ready.
Yes, as Kat says, you can just just ignore eye contact and just smash the door. That is a strategy. Do we have any better gear? Not really. Not really. Let's just leave it at that then. Did we finally find a good accessory? I think this is better than what we have. Guess what, guys? It's boss time. Like, guys, does this feel familiar? I sure wonder if there's a boss fight here. Anyway, yes, as Mizunagi said, it does help a lot if you like the stream while we're live, you know, tell the algorithm this is enjoyable and fun. So thank you so much in advance. Don't like this boss? It's really awkward. I usually beat it with Knight. Looks like Ball of Embers. Yeah, it looks like a Ball of Embers even.
I was having such a splendid dream of screaming women, crying children, a blood-drenched castle. Oh, how wonderful it was. But you woke me from my slumber. The power of fire is mine. I will reduce you all to ashes!
Fireworks! It's kind of weird that accessories aren't auto-optimized. That's because the item level of accessories don't matter.
It's faster than expected! It is. We should keep our distance for now. Look for an opening, then strike.
Watch out for the glint in her eyes.
Uh-oh.
Stick you in place.
Sorry.
No, I don't care. Yeah, don't look at her when she does the gaze mechanic. What?
Faster than I expected! It is. We should keep our distance for now. Look for an opening, then strike.
Watch out for the glint in her eyes. They'll stick you in place.
Let's try something else. I cannot beat her with a katana. I straight up can't. That's mean. That's mean. Yeah, I know the game is trying to help. It still feels a little mean, doesn't it? By the way, you can turn down the difficulty if you need it. It's just saying. I mean, it's right.
Watch out for the glint in her eyes! They'll stick you in place!
It's faster than expected! It is. We should keep our distance for now. Look for an opening, then strike.
You're not fooling anyone with that.
Just dodge the gaze mechanic. Just dodge roll, Mao. Ow.
Give us everything you've got. We'll always be a step ahead.
Fire swords. I should have expected as much. Be careful. Blocking those will leave a mark.
Oh boy. It's one of those fights where unless you have a really good strategy, she just overwhelms you with attacks. That is the reason why I usually use Knight for it, because while I'm just blocking and blocking and blocking, I'm still progressing.
I got this.
Look. Oh.
Thanks.
Ouch! Not good!
I'll also say that, like, on the one hand, they tell you that there's an easy mode instead of just turning the difficulty down. Some games don't do that. They just make it easier.
There you are. You really should be careful of that mist. It could drag you into the past. Or worse, turn you into a monster.
Really? You don't say. Was a heads up too much to ask for?
And deny myself the joy of a kindred spirit?
So you're a monster?
In a manner of speaking, I suppose you could say I am. Have you ever seen things in Cornelia that just don't seem to belong?
Yes.
Things like this tower.
Yes.
Lufenia leaves its detritus in our world.
Who?
Lufenia, a mysterious nation that created our world with their advanced technology, then vanished.
Just vanished?
Yes, although if by choice, I cannot say. Now then, I believe you have some crystals to revive.
And it's like, well, there's one more crystal you need to go get, so we just continue. Right, I'll be right back, and then we have that. In the meantime, sanity restored. Alright, I'm back. Right. Spin the wheel again. Regular sword. I've done that a bunch, but okay. Can we do regular sword with a job we haven't used recently? Dark Knight. See, actually, a funny detail. There's Dark Knight is the only job that can use sword but not shield. So it's like it's actually really, really unwise to do that. How about we just do good old sword fighter for a bit? Ye olde sword fighter. And how about we put Sage as the secondary, specifically so that we can use its white magic for funsies. Oh, 4 strength? we have acquired more strength. Let's do that. That's usually good. Probably. There's also the additional part that we might need black magic for this one. You wanna know why? Oh, defeat 3 Master Tonberries. Sure. Yes. Yep. Yep. That's what I said before with the Spidey sense. When I walked up a specific ledge, it's like, oh, right, this is with the Tonberries and stuff. Alright, so now that it's just us two. That was incredibly unfortunate timing. Like, right on the frame he hit me, my interception ran out, so I didn't get to counterpunch him. And I was really planning to get that free hit, and then I just didn't. I believe the first Tonberry is up that path. Yep. There we go. Yeah, I'm just not gonna mess with that. We have 3 of these to get through, so that's not good. They even made sure to put it somewhere where there's no walls to bang it into. Oh, hi! What? What? It looked like the for me, it felt like the skeleton just suddenly appeared. And then it was there and took the hit for me. Took the hit from me parrying. Right, here it is. I think there's a bunch of them, sadly. The reason being, like, I believe each of them upgrades something for your smith. But for some reason they decided Tonberries was the way. Hey Brontom, hope you're doing well. It sounds like you're not. That's not good. Me slipping down that ledge has me completely confused. Let me just run back around to make sure I know where I am. Enterprise. Right. And then there's this path forward that we made last time we were here. Get paid by the hour? Okay, well, in that case, it sounds like you're doing really well. Wait. We're back at the entrance. Good thing I didn't rest there, because that would have been bad. You see, Sally, that is why you learn the cheese strats. That is the reason. Another one of those guys. Fantastic. Do you have buddies? Do you have friends? Or is it a 1v1? Is it actually a 1v1? Give me that. Okay, fine. I do want the checkpoint. However, I don't want to have to fight the Gigas or the ogre again. That's actually that's really mean. Let's see. Oh. Yeah, see? Our boy is up there. Doing it the Lion King. It's a circle of Tonberries. And it stabs us all. I'm pretty sure that this is a bad idea, but it's really funny. Hey, Angel. Hope you're doing well. I just used an arrow to just yoink the Tonberry and throw it down in the arena with other things in it. That's an incredibly stupid move. Wait, where is it? Oh, it respawned up there. I guess the game just said no. The game just said nope. Nope, you can't do that. Nicely, though, it just lets me fight all of its guards. Now, once again, they've placed it conveniently so you can't just wallbang it. What can we do? Haste it up? Sure. We're gonna do that anyway. Keep an eye on it, so that it doesn't just teleport back to where it was. They drop a lot of loot. That's good. That's great. Now, where do we go from here? Does this all work? No? Oh, right. I just had to remember to not be stupid. I got it, guys. I figured it out. Exactly, Nox. Oh! That's the problem. That's the pro strat. Just remember to not be stupid. That's how you do it. Just get good and remember to not be stupid. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Or that. Okay, let's just waste all the MP we've accumulated. Yes, let's do that. That's a great idea, Kai. You can change the special effective equipment at the smithy. I'm not gonna use it, but I just want to show you what that means. So, I've mentioned that picking up a gun with affinity is pretty hype, because most guns don't. Exhibition A. for that point. But what you can do is you can use this feature to just go, no, actually, this has agility on it instead. And then you can also go back and then just make it 7 strength and 7 agility. And you can just make like a mega stacked gun and then just carry it with you and level it up. You don't need to do that with any other gear. It's just that for some reason, gun drops are terrible in the story progression. So you can just do that. You can just customize a gun and then upgrade it, and there you go. You're telling me I've missed even more systems behind side missions? Yes, I will, however, just mention real quick, Kat, that you probably want systems like this for the post-game. Are guns DLC locked? Yes, the guns are from the 3rd DLC. Yeah, we're not doing that. Stop, hold the applause. No, we're not doing the same weapon twice. That's a lot of duelist. Yes, assassin time. I think we'll just keep Sage as the secondary. Because it helps a lot with allowing me to just use like a singular job. And then just use the effectiveness of Sage to like support it where needed. It kind of covers the particular weakness that I might not be good at the job that I'm playing, that I have white magic and black magic at my disposal when I need it. More XP earning, that's weird. And then... Wait. Not that one. The Tonberry cheese, and yeah, exactly, it's a very, very helpful job just to have, just in case. It has everything. It even has Ultima. Oh boy, I decide to not dismantle after one mission. It's a lot quicker to do this when you're in the post game, because there, like, the auto dismantling options are a lot more convenient. You can just be like, well, I'm not gonna use anything that is less than this item level, and I know the item level, and I'm not gonna use anything if it's less than this rarity and things like that. But you can't really do that as well while you're in the progression itself. Let's get that. You haven't dismantled since you reached Bahamut difficulty. You know what's really scary about the post-game, in a way, in terms of gear? Is that once you start to have all the optional features, you'll be like, oh, well, this gear sucks. However, it has this specific ability on it that I might want, and eventually you'll unlock the feature where, like the change special effect is, like, limited to these effects, but you might find something super specific which you can grab from a weapon or an armor piece. So you hold a weapon that is, like, otherwise complete garbage, but what if you wanted to use, like, a build that uses specifically Jinpu, and it has plus 8% damage from Jinpu? And can really quickly get really janky with that. Introducing Step 1 combos that cost 2 MP bars, everyone. Step right up.
I hear ya. Just the thought of climbing this thing makes me tired. What's up?
Just got a feeling, but I can't find the words for it. I got it. Lost.
Something?
He thought of loss. You heard it here first, guys. Ash is actually a Redditor. I took Griffin for me. Yeah, I assume you've gotten well acquainted with Griffin. Which one of them, Sally?
Oh, it's so cold.
Oh wait, is it
Quite high
Hyagetsu, I
up,
think?
after all. Perhaps we may even have the chance
Good luck,
to trek
Brontum.
through a blizzard.
Really? Are you crazy?
After all that prep, and then it just explodes. That's weird. A weird letdown? Why was that so easy? By the way, if you fight here for long enough, an avalanche happens, if I remember correctly. And I think it shows like an extra path? Not 100% sure on that.
I hate
This is a point where some of the optional paths are really easy to miss.
You know, I feel like I might be pretty good at climbing.
Don't be so sure. That rock might not be your own, so I'd take it with a grain of salt if I were you. I once thought that I could swim.
For those that didn't quite hear the banter, Sophia was like, be careful believing the memories that you think you have. They might not be your own. I once thought I could swim. That is a pretty catastrophic thing to mistake. Did we level up Assassin? We did. Can we get something interesting? What? You can animation cancel out of this attack sooner. Great. Thanks, I think. Well, he he punched me out of it. So, tip for that fight, if you're having trouble with it, if you just hang out, eventually the avalanche happens and you can just run past.
Oh, the rock's solid. What did this?
And if you feel like you can go to the cubes after the avalanche happens, and it'll stay.
Their dreams are most pleasant. Loot! And ball bang. Thank you, walls. Fool's Missive 8. The 4 crystals. 4 crystalline matrices whose function... Well, matrices, I guess, is what they said. They didn't replace the X with a Z with a C, so... Whose function is to efficiently sustain an unstable world. Placed with great care, they work to balance the primeval energies of the elements and maintain a tenuous harmony. They still the earth when it quakes, quiet the roaring winds, quell raging flames, and restrain the surging tides. To the superstitious humans who dwell here in this land, they must indeed seem as gods of peace and order. And yet, what would those ignorant folks say if they knew that the crystals absorb emotions both kind and cruel, slowly warping them to chaos, filling up with perilous energies until they erupt in malevolent darkness? Graham's number.
Look at those icicles. Don't look very
I didn't mean to do that.
Great. Let's keep one eye on the ceiling.
Wall bang. And no wall bang. There's some irony in the fact that the bloody bats are weak to wind damage, but they give you arrow thruster that you can just throw back at them. On a different note, I don't think, aside from the first time I completed this game, I don't think I've ever fought this pack of enemies. Act like he isn't there. Just act like he doesn't exist. Now you can exist. Let's do this.
No, don't do that. And no, I have questions. Can't Tyrant use daggers? I think they can, but we have Assassin right now. Smoky.
So much snow! I can barely see a thing!
I never thought it would be this bad. Let's go slowly.
Oh, thingy. You can easily miss that if you just go, ooh, thingy! Because...
Best tread carefully around here.
I added a T? Where? What? Huh? I'm pretty sure I said it can. What? Now I'm confused. I think Tyrant can? Yeah, it can use daggers. What's up? Huh? What? Now back on track. Now we're going to meet Cat's best friend.
You've got my vote.
Definitely Cat's best friend in the whole world. Yeah, Griffin. You can also see here how, like, all the gear we're finding is kind of bad. I did say can, though, without a T, but it's difficult to tell, I think. Look, it's Griffin! Take this! And also Avalanche. And see, I just want to show you, because I've talked about this before, this is how you get a starting gear set in post-game. They kill the Griffin, you run back here. Oh, hi! What you doing later? And then you just keep doing that. And it will respawn as long as this thing still exists. So you notably, you have to beat the griffin without breaking this wall.
I'm so over climbing.
And so, when we first got to this mountain, I felt lost. And also excitement at the thought of scaling this thing.
Excitement? I don't believe you.
When I think of those feelings of loss and excitement, I see a man. One who lost something because of pride and carelessness.
And yeah, you don't have to worry about that during a playthrough, silly. It's only in the post-game where it really becomes a problem and where you might want to grind. There's a specific reason for it, and you will understand why only once you get there. I think Kat kinda kinda brought up the reason in the Discord server earlier when it was like, oh, item level is really important. Like, the stats don't change, but the item level matters. If you don't have the correct item level, you suddenly just get punished really hard. So you need enough item level, and the item level skyrockets in the post-game. Oh, hi. Ow. It's weird. It is very strange. Ah! If I remember correctly, you'll probably finish a playthrough at like around item level 140, I think? Maybe 130? Somewhere around that. The first thing you would want to reach once you get to the post game is you want to work your way up to item level 300 quickly. I have only the item levels matter. Well, the thing is, properties on the gear will get better, but the specific stats, like the damage and defense, doesn't seem to increase at a certain point. It's really strange. But I will also say that for the most part with gear, you don't... Like, unless you're, like, mega optimizing, you don't really care what the, like, the deeper details of the stats are. Maybe the relative difference, because certain weapons... Like, specifically, certain weapons in certain weapon categories will, like, lean more towards physical or more towards magical. Like, let me show you an example of this. It's a little hard to tell because, well, you see different item levels, but you can see this Dancing Daggers weapon has 132 physical and 140 magical. Then 5 item levels lower, the Twin Gladi here has 135 physical and 120 magical, because these lean towards physical while these lean towards magical. You don't really care. Like, if your gear is correct, then this isn't going to make the difference. But, like, if everything else is perfect, then that's the last thing you look for. And at some point in the post game, the only thing that, like, those numbers stop increasing, and the only difference is, like, the item level that props them up. It's a little strange, but... On the bright side, item level stops increasing at, I believe, 500, so at some point you don't have to look at that either.
Well, if that isn't pretentious, really. Gosh, any memories of this?
From the looks of it, there's gotta be a way to open it up somewhere. Let's find it.
The good news is once you start progressing to, like, the next checkpoint, it's like 300, 400, 500.
This is the
Goes pretty
same
fast.
color as the boulder earlier. Jack, let's take a look. Sure. First, let's clear the field.
Just act like the wolf isn't there. If you just act like the wolf isn't there, then the wolf isn't there. Just act like it doesn't exist, then it stops existing. Okay, he doesn't care, never mind. The skeleton insisted on existing, apparently. Whoops.
That hit the spot.
Does level of buffs mean something? Not really. It depends. It depends. Hey Perrin, hope you're doing well. What's the reason for killing Chaos? Well, that's the only memory we have. Cat says, so more playdates with my best friend Griffin when I reach that point? Possibly. Possibly. That will be an option to get the gear at least. Hey, the difference between haste and hastega, Rust, or hastega. That's my reason. I think it would just be really funny. That's actually, that's all. I just think it would be really funny. Haste just gives you haste. If you wait, like charge it up and use hastega, it also applies it to your companions. But hastega doesn't do anything else when you're alone. The reason why I say it depends is because, for instance, Tyrant, when you're using its ability, it could, for instance, use Endfire, but it could also use Endfire 2 or Endfire 3, and the more you charge it, the stronger it is. But for the most part, white magic, when it just switches from name to namega, it just means that if you hold it, it'll be a party buff. Good luck, Mizu. Namega. Right. Zombie dragon time. Are you ready? It's one more of those where it's just like, and then there's a zombie dragon. Like, and then there's a Balboro. Or, and then there's like this elemental core thingy.
I know you don't want to hear this.
Then don't say it.
What can do? This one's not like the rest. Don't let your guard down.
It's a boss from Stone Vigil. He looks like he's had better days.
Its body is decaying. Look, it's creating sludge.
I tried to sprint. Game said no.
Best keep up.
Ow. And then I died.
Sorry.
I genuinely tried to sprint and it just didn't. Thanks! Maybe dodge? Have you tried? You know, you can dodge some of the attacks by sprinting. Yeah, you don't say. Imagine if the game let me. That would be amazing.
It's using its own flesh as a weapon.
Ow.
Sorry.
These are both of the fastest deaths I've ever had to that boss, for the record. You appear to be dying.
It's using its own flesh as a weapon.
The whole area is covered in that rot. What do we do? We're running out of room to maneuver. There must be a way to get
Hey Nana, hope you're doing well. Have you tried not dying?
It's lost half its body, but it's still going. Myers tenacity.
It's just a mindless animal fooled into survival. Take your own advice and keep your guard up.
Whatever you say.
Actually, the problem is more, Ross, that I'm not very used to being close to this boss. And then it does that. Yeah, nope.
Sorry.
And the main reason I'm not used to being close to it is because it has this poison pool under it at all times during phase 2. So I'm not used to being close to it at all because I just wouldn't. We keep trying. I'm pretty sure I can do this with daggers. Unlike the previous boss.
It's using its own flesh as a weapon.
The whole area is covered in that rot. What do we do?
The way you get rid of it is holy damage gets rid of it.
No.
That is the dumbest way we've died so far, I think. That's neat. Yeah, so the problem is that there's like not very many jobs that can and also would use their limited MP to attack the goop on the floor.
It's using its own flesh as a weapon.
The whole area is covered in that rot. What do we do? We're running out of room to maneuver. There must be a way to get rid of it.
Does any holy damage work? I think so. So yeah, Knight's blocking would also work.
It's lost half its body, but it's still going. Maya's tenacity.
It's just a mindless animal. The survivor. Take your own advice and keep your guard up.
Whatever you say.
There was some way for us to tell.
Easy first try. Me just full lock in, just keep hitting it, just try to ignore the mechanics, get behind it and keep hitting it. Easy. Nailed it.
Pleased to meet you.
It looks like we're together again.
I'm so excited.
I'm honored. It's a privilege to work with you. Let's do this.
It's nice to meet you. My dreams come true.
A pleasure to meet you.
It's an honor.
I'm counting on you.
I'm glad.
Get away from me.
Thank you, Jack. I owe you one.
Don't worry about it. Let's keep moving.
Yeah, what makes that particularly awkward is the bit where every time you get close, it'll use the putrefying raw, so you don't have very long. You basically need to find a way to make a lot of value out of the little time you get. And then there's the poison under it. So every time you get up close, you'll get poisoned. So you're basically fighting on a timer. Normally I overcome that because Knight just heals when it parries. So it doesn't matter. But no Knight means that you have to... you actually have to get good. Stay at max melee. Gun time, apparently. Let's try Gambler again. Y'all remember how well that went last time? You know what? Sage also has guns, so... Oh, dang it. Let's see. I think this is also a decent avenue to actually use the smith a little bit for once. Yeah, this time it'll be better because we just will not roll bad. Right, game? Right, game? Guys, we finally found the 6 strength accessory. For the record, in my private playthrough, I found something like this in like the second stage. At like ice level 15 or something. It's not that it's particularly important, it's just strength is really nice. Just start luck maxing? You know, we can actually do that. We can literally do that. Yeah, that's all. Like, let's just go crazy while we're here. Okay, maybe not that crazy. I was more thinking like this. Feel like a 66 is maybe a bit extreme. Oh wow, we can actually easily just completely max out the gambler. We don't have to though. We don't have to. Here's how odds work. We got all the bad luck out. I just want to mention that the gambler is so
the
reliant
here
on
somewhere,
luck
right?
Yeah,
that
though
it
it's
is
covered in
like
darkness.
Something smells rotten in here.
the
Does.
the one job that has like upgrades like this. Like it's just you have more luck now. And we actually have a lot of luck. Maybe this will work. Maybe it'll be fine. However, we do have holy damage. Our gun is holy. Start luck maxing. Dude, check combo. Thank you. I think I did. Yep, they're the same. Thank you. This stage also has like an item that gives like a secret stage. Or like a bonus stage. And I think it's a stage that people usually use for gearing up in the post game as well. That was a weird animation. Well. Oh. Well. Why?
That's insane. I can't even see the bottom.
Better watch our step.
Yeah. Side quest you can do without killing anything. Yeah, I think the only thing we need to kill in that mission is a single Marlboro. Did I roll Zanjin twice? Oh, I rolled another one. It went twice, and it gave me Mighty Strikes. Ooh, that's pretty good. I didn't actually mean to use use roulette there, but we take those. It actually gave me like 3 things for the cost of 2. I don't remember what Zanjin does. I think it's like parrying is easier or something like that. Which is actually a pretty funny detail with roulette, is that... Oh, well, you have your you only have yourself to thank for that. The skeleton actually stepped into the trap and then died.
Sorry, but I don't have time to play games with you guys.
These skeletons really like standing in traps. Yoink! Enemies here? Nope. But there's a trap.
Attacking them head on is suicide.
Then let's find another way.
Dungeon is reduced combo action cost. Oh, right. I wonder how much that is. And that also makes very good sense on Samurai, because they usually use Katana. I'm pretty sure Samurai gets Zanjin. Or is it Ronin? I think it's Samurai. Because Katana spam combo actions. That's what they do. This is also the reason why I usually have trouble with it on bosses, is because you don't you don't really have the MP to just super spam on them. And if you do super spam combo actions on them and then they don't die, then it's like, okay, great, but now I don't have any resources left. And then you can't like set up a buff that you might actually want. Is this a, it doesn't open from this side? Yep. Oh, hi! So on a different note, I'm very confident that I know how to beat the boss of this stage with gun. You just apply gun to boss.
This pillar is one stiff breeze away from falling over.
That's correct, Sophia. Oh, right. Do that thing. Four. And here we are, we've skipped the whole room. And just move on. Let's not do that, though. But we could. Okay, they're immune to gun. I missed. Wait! Wait, I'm coming over! Stay! No, come back! You oh, fantastic. I think that's gonna miss. No. I'm coming over! I want to get the... Ow. Ow. Well, that also already stopped being funny, I guess. But yeah, you can kill that whole Marlboro without fighting it. By just dropping rocks on it. Ow. And then, roulette! Hey, Craig and Mo. Hope you're doing well. And yeah, exactly. While Pillar is immune to gun, turns out enemy is not immune to Pillar. We actually got a really, really funny skill there. It didn't really do much. I just abused it when I happened to get it. But Utsusemi, I think it's Utsusemi or something like that, makes it so that the next 3 times you're going to get hit, you don't. But it's a ninja ability, and ninjas have limited supply of resource, and they only recover it when they get to cubes. So a free, well, and additionally, rather an MP costed Utsusemi is like very good, because it's normally impossible to value, like, because it costs something you can never, like, you can only resupply at cubes. And it's just extra. Windy Prison. It's invaluable. Music change! Doesn't open from this side. Nope. Let me just test something. I'm pretty sure that this wall is also immune to gun. And it is probably the reason why all the other, like, debris in the stage is immune to gun. Because if it wasn't immune to gun, then you could just skip this bit in a silly way. This is going to be really, really stupid. This is why you don't. This is why you don't go full gun, guys. Not even close. Like my heels on the edge, like just holding on with my toes. Nailed it. When in doubt, use gun as sword. Now we just have to do it one more time. the skeleton like, I want to hit you. Like just doing exactly enough damage to stagger it every single time. And we don't have to do that again. Well, not entirely. And the reason why I did just enough damage to stagger it is because my roulette gave me Summon Tachi, which makes me do more damage. Like, that was actually a really good roulette. I thought I saw the Griffin wind up an attack I needed to parry, but I guess not. Can I have my camera back? Thank you. Ugh. Guys, ow. I think the game is back in troll mode. It gave us a good one, so now it feels like it's okay to meme us again. Gun Ninja? This is Gun Gambler. And then we have Sage on the side, also with a gun. And you have to kill that Griffin because it drops the key.
Hey, Sophia. Just what is this dark crystal? I know what it can do, but what in the world is it?
I wish I could tell you, but there's no way for us to know for sure.
Astos might know something.
Good point. Let's ask him next time.
I wouldn't.
Why?
I think I hear the sound of a
myself.
cactua.
Trust me.
Scary.
We can use this to go up.
Thank you. Guys. It's the newfangled thing. It's an elevator. But it's like the Dark Souls kind of elevator. Now, back where we came from. It's kind of pointless. Well, it's useful if you die. Yep, that is definitely the sound of a cactus. So this specific bit, there's a little trick. Which is, what you do is, whoa. Are you good back there? You having fun? Oh, I think something died. Anybody home? Nope. I mean, the Griffin could also just have stepped off. It did that whole Austin Powers routine. No! Like, it could have just stepped off.
Do you remember anything about that place, Ash?
A little. It's where I got the crystal from Jack.
Ah, right. Makes sense.
Reminisce about the past when you're old and gray. Right now, we got a job to do.
Exactly. If only it had wings. If only. Unfortunately. Ow. No, it's only my turn. Apparently, you decided that it's definitely your turn. Unfortunately, I can just step aside. My turn! We're out of MP, but not out of options.
That is the spot.
Oh, oh hi. It's one more of those weird. Oh wait, you can't shoot up. That's right, but I can shoot down. Uh-oh. Ah! Well, I mean, I guess you don't die when you fall to your death. As you know. We're just gonna do it again. I just got the flea buff, but we're not running. We're just we'll use the gun as it was intended. As a mace. If only you had gun blades in this game. It is funny that they don't. But I also kind of understand why they don't. They don't have bows either. Oh, look! Secret! Oh, look! Unlocks a secret stage.
I despise this place. Myself. My weakness.
Does this open from this side? It does. Fantastic. Let me just check what's over. Is that a Tonberry? It's not a Tonberry. That's a Tonberry. All right then. Okay, apparently mace gun doesn't work as well on actual enemies. The light from here looked like a little bit like a lantern from a Tonberry. It wasn't, but imagine if it was. No. No. Nope. I hear the cactuar again. I think the cactuar's here. But there you are. Hey, buddy. This layout is very confusing. After some negotiation, our extraplanar collaborator has agreed to furnish us with what they call a dimensional crystal matrix. I'm pretty sure they talked about that previously. Note that this crystal appears to be different from those which we have installed in Cornelia. Oh. This dimensional crystal matrix allows us to travel backwards in time and reconstruct the world from a chosen point in the past. We have named this process a reset. For clarity, a reset gives us the ability to carry out trial and error experiments on a global scale without fear of consequence, and is a tremendous step forward for the Stranger Project. Appendum, in exchange for this crystal, our collaborator has extracted a promise from us to transfer the vast energies produced by a reset to them. I.e., resetting generates energy for some reason, and they want that, and every time, like, at the very start of the story, a reset happened. Anyway, we're still not done exploring this floor. There's this whole bit on the side. I forgot that I was in Black Mage mode. Very convenient little shorthand and maybe a tip. I knew... Whoa! Oh, I had Usitsumi! Fantastic! The random roulette gave me that ninja buff, and it just so happened to save me from damage. At that very moment. I didn't even know. I didn't plan that at all. That's gambler for you. But the reason I knew that there was a wraith looking at me was because the griffin wasn't looking at me and the other enemies I could see were not looking at me. But the combat music was playing. Which meant that something was looking at me. I guess that's very obvious, but there you go. Now you know if you didn't know. Now you know. I guess this bit was entirely optional. Didn't even unlock anything. But we're almost there. Thank you, Erdel. Well, that sounds like a cool move. Let's grab that. Are you ready for it costs like 3 bars? I feel like I kind of set myself up for failure there. Oh, wait. Obviously, we need to have this extremely overpriced super move on both of our jobs. Oh, hi. Have we met?
Calling me unimpressed.
Wait, did you just say that you resist holy? Ow. It's a ranged soul burst, maybe that's worth 3 bars. Not really, I think there are better ways to accomplish that. But I get what you mean. I think this was the Tonberry room. Like, that is valuable. It probably does a huge amount of damage.
No, it's not that. When I touch that black mist, those monsters leave behind flashes of these weird memories pop into my head. And I can't tell whether they belong to me Or someone else. I hate that feeling. These crystals protect us from that. And that's all that matters to me.
Oh, hi! Yeah, exactly, Nox. If you know how to use it or you know what you need, specifically charged bullet, which you unlock really early, then it's extremely strong. And you can use the fact that it is a ranged weapon in a game that, like, roughly speaking, wasn't designed for ranged weapons. Means that you can cheese and cheat so many fights.
What's up there again?
Treasure! I feel like... Oh, right, that was the room with the pillars. That's, I don't know why you would go all this way back, but you can. Maybe helpful if you know that you missed something. Because from that point, I'm pretty sure you can make it all the way back to the top. Exactly, Mia. It's basically like bringing a gun to a knife fight. All the enemies don't expect it. We sure gained a lot of levels. Oh, Knight's Gambit. I love that move. Does the door stay open when we replay the stage? No, they do not. However, in optional stages that feature the same level, like the same stage, it's usually made in such a way that any doors like that are open by default, because they're like, well, obviously you broke that. Well, boss time. This is the ultimate cutscene skip. Are you ready? Oh, it's Ash.
Jack, it's up to you now.
Ash?
Jack, snap out of it! Don't let the darkness win!
So I take it you're the one who stole the Earth Crystal's shine.
The crystal's gentle waves resonate through the verdant land, enriching the soil and nurturing the trees. Harvests are bountiful, and from summit to sea, people sing the praises of the earth. A foolish dream, No matter how much you wish it, that season will never come. It will remain a dream so long as I live.
Are you not dead?
I don't give a fuck who you are.
I am Lich, and I shall devour all that is good.
Oh, Jack with the no words.
Careful, that thing's got magic.
Doesn't matter, we just heal through it. That was phase 1. To Nox's point about gun being a little broken.
Man, looks like we're not done yet.
This thing can leave. It won't go down so easy. Jack, you ready?
Of course I am. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine.
Disgusting. Is the ground moving? We'd best stay away.
What is actually terrifying about Terrifying Embrace is that that can straight up one-shot you. Just done. You could play perfectly and then he just grabs you once and it's over. And the reason why I was ignoring all of the ads is he can kill the ads too in phase 2. So if you just let him do it, that's the only way you get time on him. If you focus on killing the ads, then he'll just summon more and more and more and more and more. Typical range, physical range on the far end of the arena. Yep.
This guy.
Not a clue.
Not with your health, there's no way that's a one-shot.
Huh?
Possible. It's also possible they changed it. I specifically remember originally before all the DLC, when I tried to play through like this, that bosses generally didn't die to break damage, so it's possible they've nerfed things a bit.
The Earth crystal is stirring.
I specifically remember getting one-shotted from full by that boss in the past, which is why I'm so scared of it.
You're not off the hook just yet.
Like I'd trust you guys to finish the job.
Ash, we'll lift it up so you pull him out.
You got it.
1, 2, 3.
Couldn't they just have, like, flipped it over?
We did it.
So you saw the past. Satisfied now?
Not really. I can't even remember the friends that died under my watch.
You would never let that happen, Ash.
I can say originally, when I tried to play through the game in this way, the context was a little bit different, and I had recently played through already. But I actually got stuck on that boss for I think I actually just ended up not finishing that playthrough, which is why I'm like, I hate that boss. But I'm confident they've nerfed it. But I don't have any evidence. So you'll just have to take my word for it or be like, oh, whatever, Kai's weird. And that's fine. Doesn't really do anything.
Greetings, O most illustrious warriors of light. You've restored 3 crystals, wind, fire, and earth. That means you've defeated 3 fiends as well. The wind blows, the flames burn hot, and the soil is fragrant and fertile. You've done such a splendid job. Now, this isn't exactly a standing ovation, but it'll have to do.
What do you want?
Jack, always so straight to the point. It spoils the fun, but very well. The pirates of Pravoka put out that you saved the water crystal for last. The winds blow strong, and the seas are too rough for their liking. The good Captain Bickey and the other old salt think you and the Cornelian King are in cahoots to ruin them.
Not my problem.
I thought you'd say that. Of course, if you went and said that to Bickey's face, you'd get an anchor to the jaw. But really, don't worry about it. Leave them to me.
Why? What are you planning?
I'll buy time by spinning them a long-winded elven tale. Pirates love a good yarn, but please do hurry.
Yeah, also that cat. That is actually also what's really frustrating, is that in phase 1, he'll just, like, every time you're up close to him, he'll teleport away, cast spells, summon some ads. And you run up to him, then he'll teleport, like, cast some spells, teleport away, summon some ads. And in phase 1, he'll just summon more ads. And more ads, and more ads, and just cast some spells on you, and then teleport away. So he'll just keep running away, which is really not fun. In phase 2, he's coming to you. And he can kill the ads himself, so you can just focus on fighting him. But that still makes phase 1, like, really annoying. I'll distract him by yapping. My superpower. Right, we have an optional stage. Let's get that one. I feel like I'll roll until we get a weapon we haven't gotten yet tonight. I recognize I should have just... Are you serious? I should have just removed the weapons from the list? You know, I'm just gonna do that, if you're gonna be like that. If I get something that we've already had, I'll delete it. I feel like over half the weapons here we haven't gotten. That'll do. Wow. That was silly. I didn't mean to specifically get Knuckles, but oh, that... Well... yeah, sure. Sure. I'll keep Sage as the backup. So, why I'm saying sure like that is because Dark Knight's ability is really not very good during a playthrough. Like, what you really want is, I can't remember, I think it's Last Resort. I believe that one makes it so that... actually, I can just check that. Yeah, basically, it makes it so that effects that are like, when you're near death, this happens. The game just acts like you're always near death. And Dark Knight has an innate passive for their Soul Eater ability that says, if you are actually near death, then it doesn't cost anything anymore to use Soul Eater. But otherwise, it hurts you to use it, which means it's basically unusable if you're not also using Blood Weapon, which means that Dark Knight kind of just doesn't have an ability without that. Makes it very expensive. But it's a short stage. And we do have Blood Weapon, so it might be fine. So this was the stage that I mentioned that that in post-game people often use for gearing up. Whoa! These guys are out for blood! You try near-death builds? I did. My endgame build on my most accomplished save, which is unfortunately not on the Steam launcher. I used a build that used Dark Knight with Katana, and there you of course make use of the fact that Dark Knight has a lot of built-in when you're near death kind of stuff. Add further to that any effect that is increases all damage you do, if it's accompanied by when near death, then it is usually significantly more powerful. So if you can somehow get Last Resort so that you just have that effect, then you can just get more powerful buffs. You know, in the context of you were going to use this anyway. So Dark Knight's near-death Last Resort is a pretty solid thing. But I specifically used the Dark Knight build with a Tyrant as my secondary. How low was your HP usually? It was always at maximum because you just used the Last Resort effect. You just had the Last Resort 400% affinity so that you always count as near death. That's the funny thing, is that under no circumstances will you actually be near death deliberately. Especially not when that's an option. I mean, you could. You'll just use an effect that makes you invulnerable. Post-game builds usually make use of the Knight's 400% effect. I believe it's called Invincible or something like that, but it literally makes it so that when Lightbringer or any of its alternatives that you unlock in the post-game are active, you cannot take damage. Instead, taking damage eats a little bit of the Lightbringer bar. But it's a lot more efficient than taking actual damage, so you always use it. So you could just be Dark Knight actually near death and then just be invulnerable, and then it doesn't matter. Ow. Wow. Lightbringer reduces your max MP. Yes, it does, but I'll just run past things. But when post-game builds usually have so many things stacked that usually when you use Lightbringer, you gain max MP instead of lose. Usually a fight in post-game starts with you using Lightbringer multiple times to build max and actual MP. Like, it's a completely different game. It's really silly. Stack underflow? So I just want to show you, before we round it up, I want to show you something which is the reason why people use this stage for gearing. So that is me respecting the stage and doing it properly, right? So a different way to do this stage is bye. Hello. Goodbye. Ow. Don't care. Hey guys. Excuse me. The disrespect run, exactly. Now, a key thing to keep in mind is that these enemies cannot chase you through that door, as far as I remember. So the problem here is I ran out of MP and I didn't finish the fight in time. So you're of course supposed to finish this fight a lot faster, which is also the reason why the way that people usually like do the early post-game gearing is that they will do the regular stage, they will go fight the griffin that we fought earlier and just fight it until they have a set of gear, like a functional set of gear. Once they have enough of a gear set that they can beat that Marlboro, they'll just do this repeatedly, just over and over and over again, because apparently the loot from it is more, like, it's better value for your time than just doing the griffin over and over again. And you just spam this until you have, like, alright gear. I don't know if that's still the strat, but that was the strat before any DLC existed. Now with DLC, they have tried with many systems to encourage you to do something else. The people have mentioned Bahamut. There are options where you can just buy a piece of gear with like good stats on it. You can just collect currency and then you can just buy good gear. That can help you get a gear set running faster. And there's also other options. Can't say too many systems, some would say. Yeah, probably. Most definitely, actually. Like, it's definitely not the best solution to just throw more systems at a problem. Like, the problem is really that they didn't fully think through the post-game plan, I think. And then they kept trying to like band-aid fix it. And I'm also inclined to agree. I feel like when you get to the post game, it's too much. There's also a little detail that you may have heard me worry about this in regards to the upcoming quantum difficulty stuff for Final Fantasy XIV. That even though this new content has like a whole, like, you can just choose the difficulty, I wonder if people will actually choose a difficulty essentially other than the highest. Because I've been there before. In this, like, when you reach the post game, just to clarify here, you switch to a higher difficulty than hard, which changes basically all stages to be aimed at item level 140 something. But you can just, like, you can then unlock higher difficulties by sacrificing anima crystals as opposed to anima shards, which is something we do have. And the highest level you can unlock in that difficulty setting is 300, which means that the post-game grind starts with you fighting the Griffin, and then you just farm anima crystals because the Griffin drops 1 each time you kill it. You just grind it until you can buy the level 300 version of that stage. Then you go back, fight the Griffin some more until you can afford the highest level of the Stimate thingy, the one with the Marlboro. And there you go, which means that you just, like, the existence of these 150 item levels between the lowest and the highest don't matter. They might as well just have had 2. Granted, I'm sure some players enjoyed, like, really dragging out the game and, like, just having fun with it. Which they can do by just, you know, gradually increasing the difficulty. Like, you could just choose to do that. You could just do that. I'm not saying that it's a bad move to not, like, to do that. But I'm just saying that most players didn't. They just looked up what was smart. And then they just did that. And then it didn't matter. Which is a shame. Really, it is a shame that's what happens. And then with each DLC, I'm just saying, I believe the stopgap for you reaching the first DLC is a fight that is aimed at item level 200. You beat that, and now you can get item level 400 gear. I don't remember what is the stopgap for item level 500 gear, but once you can have that, all the 300 and 400 is meaningless. So it just means that the post-game is just trying to, in the most efficient way possible, reach item level 500, and now all gear you find matters. But it just kind of sucks that it ends up being like that, and that is largely the reason why I am going into this with kind of the assumption that we're probably not doing the post game, because it almost instantly becomes. Okay, does I think guides have become too common? Yeah, but they're also very common because people use them. Because I guess, as in there are so many cool things in games that most people just don't get to experience because they just look up the answer. Yeah, that's true. Well, the thing is, a lot of people just choose to do that. It would be a lot stranger if people were like, yeah, there was nothing interesting in this game because I looked everything up. Like, usually the people that just look things up recognize that that kind of takes a little bit of the fun out of it. I would also say, just a little aside here, is that the moment you unlock the post-game, like do the credits in this game, you get access to what is called, I'm pretty sure it's called Chaos Mode. Something like that. It effectively gives you permanent Lightbringer. I'm specifically not calling it what it actually is, because, spoilers, but essentially gives you Lightbringer and infinite MP. And being in Lightbringer means that you can't take... Your break gauge is now impervious to damage, so you cannot be broken. And you have infinite MP, so if you use the Void Knight ability, like their actual command ability, that is a mana shield, you are now invulnerable. Like, straight up. You could also get 400% on Knight. Now you're also, like, now you're straight up invulnerable. But, like, either one works. This is basically like the handicap mode for those that needed it, because a lot of players were very disappointed that the post-game basically went from 0 to 100 in difficulty, because you can't play the post-game on easy. There's only chaos difficulty. That's it. But chaos mode, just to be super clear on that, was added later. Like, I think like a month or two after release, I would say. I don't remember quite exactly. But they added it later because they realized that this post-game was not a good idea without any help. Because it is like, if you played through the game the way that I'm playing through it now, on hard, with no companions, then the post-game is only slightly harder than that. Like, it starts slightly harder than that. And then you can just turn on the companions. But if you played through on easy, or well, story mode, or the normal difficulty, then this post-game difficulty suddenly goes from you can take a few hits from enemies to what just like basically what you saw in like some of the cases where I died, where it's like I got paralyzed and then another guy just killed me during the stun. Like the like 1 to 2 second stun, this other guy just went bop, 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 dead. Like instantaneous wipe after having no problems. Like just you can't take a hit. That's chaos mode, or rather, yeah, chaos difficulty without chaos mode. And if you played through on easy or story mode, you can. Like, I remember specifically playing through the first stage on easy, story mode, for a video a long time ago. And most of the enemies you can just kill by, you know, just pressing left click. A slight exaggeration, but you basically don't have to learn any of the deeper systems of the game to win. While chaos difficulty is like immediately requires that you already know the fundamentals and many of the deeper systems of the game to even have a chance on any stage. So, like, that's the real problem. So they added that chaos mode, and now you have a chance. And then you can of course you can choose yourself. Like, you can just choose not to be invulnerable. You can just not have those effects. Then you have just an infinite break gauge and infinite MP, and then you can like do whatever you want with that. That can be fun. And you can also turn it off when you want it off. So it is a solution, and I think it's a better one, but the real problem is that the post-game only has one difficulty setting. Like, why? Like, I know other games have like they don't have difficulty settings at all, so like they just get over it by being like, well, get good. But the fact this game has difficulty settings for the story is exactly why it needs difficulty settings for the post-game. Anyway, thanks to Gun, we managed to get through the last stage on, well, the last MSQ stage a little faster. I had a hope we would get those 4 stages done. Kinda did. Also, so I don't know if there's like 1 or 2 more streams worth of MSQ. I'd guess 2. Or something like that. But with that said, if you enjoyed this particular stream, it helps me a lot if you leave a like on it here on YouTube. You know, tell the algorithm this was an enjoyable stream like other people's enjoyed as well. So thanks so much in advance. And if you'd like to be part of Discord community server, there's a link in the chat right there. There you will find the weekly schedule where you can see what else is coming up in the coming days. I usually update it Sunday and Monday. You'll also find the announcement room with links to videos and streams when I put them out. And if you grab the reminder roll in the role assignments room, you'll get a notification whenever I post a video or stream. As well as an extra one around 15 minutes before stream starts so you can catch it right when we go live. And if you'd like to support the channel even more directly, you can become a member of the channel, you can gift memberships, you can use the super chat system, or if you don't like any of that, there's the Ko-Fi link that I will post it right there in the chat. It all helps support me and the channel directly so I can focus on doing stuff like this with all of you. So thank you so much for the support. But that'll be all from me tonight. So good night, good morning, afternoon, or evening, depending where you are in the world, and I hope to see you all very soon. Bye bye!